York Regional Police are providing an update into an ongoing double homicide investigation in the city of Vaughan. Let's listen in.
Friends, and of course, the entire community. We're here today in the hopes that partnering with the BOLO program and highlighting the $50,000 reward increases our chances of locating and arresting Phong Tan Nguyen, 35, of Toronto, wanted on a Canada-wide warrant for 2 counts of first-degree murder. The BOLO program is an initiative leveraging social media, technology, and innovative engagement to raise awareness about wanted people and encourage citizens to be on the lookout for Canada's 25 most wanted criminals. I'd like to thank Max and the BOLO team for their commitment to helping police services across the country raise the profile of our most serious cases. Max will explain more about the program shortly. The targeted and vicious attack on Mr. Tran and Ms. Nguyen shocked our community and their loved ones. And we've been working tirelessly since then to find Christy and bring their killer to justice. Phong Tan Nguyen is considered armed and dangerous, so if seen, do not approach. Call 911 immediately. He is encouraged to seek legal counsel and to turn himself in. Superintendent Rhonda Corsi, the officer in charge of investigative services, will soon take us through the details of the investigation and what we need from the community. But before we ask her to the podium, Christy's family has asked that we share a statement, and I will share that statement on behalf of the family. The following is the Nguyen family statement. It's very difficult for us to speak about Christy in the past tense because many days we simply cannot believe she's dead. How could it be that our beautiful, reliable, smart, ambitious Christy is no longer here? How could it be that somebody chose this for her? Christy vanished nearly 1 year and 4 months ago. Every day since has been filled with anguish. Christy's murder has impacted us in immeasurable ways. She not only brought love and joy and pride to our close-knit family, she also managed her mother's nail salon. She was a friend and confidant to her siblings, and she was on a path to making great contributions to our society. Christy had her psychology degree and paralegal course and dreamed of completing her master's degree in England. She wanted to be a lawyer. What's more, before she was murdered, we had plans to meet with her boyfriend's family to discuss their desire to marry. Christy wanted to get married this year. On September 18th, 2021, all the remarkable things that Christy was and all the remarkable things that she would have been were stolen from us. And we were left with the impossible task of understanding, how could this be? We don't know what happened. We don't know why she needed to die. But we do know that at least one person out there has the answers we so desperately need for any chance of peace. Phong Tan Nguyen, it's not too late for you to do the right thing. Please contact a lawyer and turn yourself in and bring us the answers we need to take our next steps forward as a family. For anyone out there who knows where this wanted man is, it doesn't matter that you've not turned him in yet. What matters is what you choose to do now. So please make the right choice. Call police and call Crime Stoppers. Help ease some of our anguish. Thank you. From the family of Christine Nguyen. The family would also like to thank the media for continuing to respect their privacy. They also ask that the media continue to use the picture of Christy that was previously shared, taken 1 week before she disappeared at the wedding of her boyfriend's brother. You can see how this violent incident has shattered Christy's loved ones. It's something they'll never get over, nor will Mr. Tran's friends and family who share the same deep sorrow. We will continue to work diligently to track down their killer and put him behind bars. And we're once again asking for your help to do just that. So now I'll ask Superintendent Rhonda Corsi to detail the investigative steps that have been taken so far. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief McSween. The homicide unit worked diligently to locate Quoc Tran and Christy Nguyen, while also identifying and locating the persons who were responsible for their senseless deaths. Tireless hours were endured not only by our homicide unit, but our Forensic Identification Bureau, our search and rescue teams, and our K-9 officers. On Saturday, September the 18th, 2021, sometime around 5:30 p.m., Quoc Tran and Christy Nguyen were murdered in a targeted attack that occurred at 111 Zenway Boulevard in the city of Vaughan. We believe that a firearm was involved, but we cannot confirm that both were killed by gunshot wounds since Christy Nguyen has not yet been found. Through the investigation, a vehicle operated by the suspects was located. Ricardo Liebert of Vaughan was identified as the driver, and the additional suspect was identified as Phuong Tan Nguyen, 37, of Toronto, also known as Mike. There is no familial relationship between Phuong Tan Nguyen and Christy Nguyen. On Wednesday, September 29, 2021, Ricardo Liebert was arrested and charged with 2 counts of accessory after the fact to murder. Liebert was released from custody on strict conditions and has a pretrial hearing scheduled on June 16, 2023, before the Newmarket Provincial Court of Justice. The investigation led officers to a very lengthy search in September and October of 2021 at the Twin Creeks Landfill and Environmental Centre in Watford, Ontario, where Quoc Tran's remains were located. The search for Christy Nguyen continued and led investigators to an additional landfill site in the United States. Sadly, those efforts were unsuccessful and Christy Nguyen has still not been found. A Canada-wide warrant remains in effect for the suspect, Phuong Tan Nguyen, who is considered, as the chief said, armed and dangerous. Investigators learned Phuong Tan Nguyen boarded a plane from Mexico on the 22nd of September 2021. That was his last known location. York Regional Police has worked with the RCMP and members of the Mexican authorities to apprehend Phuong Tan Nguyen. York Regional Police are very proud to partner with the BOLO program. This program and their innovative strategies have the ability to reach international destinations. If seen, once again, do not approach him and call 911 immediately. Phuong Tan Nguyen is again encouraged to seek legal counsel and turn himself in. Investigators are reminding the public that anyone that is assisting Phuong Tan Nguyen may also be facing criminal charges. We will not rest until Phuong Tan Nguyen is brought to justice. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Homicide Unit tip line at 1-866-287-5025 or email the Homicide Unit at homicide@yrpa.ca, or alternatively, call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS or leave an anonymous tip online at www.1-800-222-TIPS.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent. Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. The BOLO program has been very active and successful, I shall say, in Toronto since 2018. And I'm sure the citizens of York Region are familiar with what we do, but today's announcement is the very first with a police service of the GTA other than the Toronto Police Service. So I'm just going to take a few moments to reiterate our mission and core principles. The BOLO program's main objective is to encourage citizens to be on the lookout for Canada's most wanted, so they can help keep our communities safe by submitting tips to help the police to arrest dangerous fugitives. We operate a top 25 of Canada's most wanted, and we amplify priority wanted notices through innovative campaigns using both outdoor and digital advertisement. Our campaigns and rewards are fully funded by a Canadian charitable organization, so they don't cost a dime to our police services and taxpayers. All our activities are 100% complementary to police services. We never interfere with police activities or investigations. Finally, we don't collect tips. That's not our job. Our job is rather to bring citizens to the proper channels to submit their tips. The amplification campaign we're launching today will generate millions of impressions in New York Region and the GTA. As of today, our ad featuring Mr. Nguyen will be featured on 4 billboards and 2 bus shelters in key locations. Furthermore, we're launching this afternoon a massive social media promoted campaign on Facebook and Instagram that will also focus on New York Region.
We've been listening to York Regional Police providing an update into the ongoing double homicide in the investigation of a murdered Markham couple, announcing a $50,000 reward in connection to the arrest that leads to the arrest of Hoang Tan Nguyen. He's wanted on a Canada-wide warrant. He's considered armed and dangerous. He's wanted in connection in the murder of Christy Nguyen and Quoc Tran.